this man's bones. Yes, master. Okay, you guys all doing good tonight? I would hope so. I'm finally back, and we can continue on our journey as soon as I remember to unmute Citra. Alright. Alright, now that's all squared away. Let's keep going. I left off... Oh yeah, I didn't properly close out Chapter 2, but it was like, basically the end. After our heroes solve the puzzle, a world map is displayed on the Azran Dome. 5 locations are indicated on it. Sorry, I meant to adjust this before I went on camera. The group decide to return to the Bostonius with the intention of heading to London and making preparations for the journey ahead. But first, let's talk to Milo Thatch from Disney's Atlantis.
Hey, you there! Aren't you Professor Layton?
Yes, that is correct.
Whoa! I never thought I'd run into the famous Professor Layton all the way out here. The name's Macintosh, by the way.
No, your name's Milo Thatch.
Still, if you're here, that must mean I'm not too far off the mark. Cause I'll bet you came to investigate the secrets hidden in Siren Lake. Am I right?
Secrets? I'm not sure what you...
No need to play dumb, Professor. We both know about a certain ancient civilization. Wink wink, nudge nudge.
You can just, like, wink and nudge, you don't have to say them.
In fact, I think you'll find my latest paper on it very interesting. I'll be presenting it at a conference in the not-too-distant future.
Good for you, Milo.
Right then, I won't keep you. We both have investigating to do.
There's no way that guy's design was not, at least in part, inspired by Milo Thatch. Because, like, the Atlantis parallels in this game are too much not, like, to just ignore.
Everyone, watch out! There are Targent thugs coming this way. Oh no, what do? We can't let them see Aurora!
Does she have a chance to speak yet? It's too late to run. We would never get far enough. We'll have to find a place to hide Aurora. Let's see if anybody here can help us. I bet she's gonna have to get in that crate over there.
You're the only guy around here. Can you help? What are you all staring at? Is it those gloomy uniforms over there? They all came pouring out of that not-at-all sinister airship. Of all the people to wash up here, they're the strangest fish by far.
Please, sir. Those men are dangerous. We urgently need to hide this girl from them. Can you help us?
That's a tricky one. She could hide over by those white crates of bait, as long as she doesn't mind the smell.
Ah, yes, that's perfect. Thank you very much. It's a great help. Aurora, go hide with the dead fish.
Oh, it's nothing. Can't exactly throw you to the sharks, can I?
Alright. Get in the crate, Flora. Not Flora, Aurora. There's no time to lose. Aurora, you'll have to hide yourself behind those crates.
I understand.
No one will ever know!
I've had it! We've been around this measly town about 5 times now, and we've still not seen a trace of that girl. She probably took off hours ago, and here we are running around like headless chickens.
Speak for yourself, Robin. Come on, keep it together. We'll just have to look harder is all. She has to be here somewhere.
I'm telling you, she...
Good day, gentlemen. We meet again.
It's you. Hat Man!
We're all wearing hats, Robin. My name is Herschel Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology in London. And do excuse me, but I couldn't help but overhear. Did I understand correctly that you're yet to find the girl? That's so funny, because I have.
Hang on a sec. You're not fooling anyone. You're trying to get info on her, right? which means you haven't found her either.
That is... I don't know how much I should really tell you. I do know she's not in that fisherman's hut up ahead. We've had some help from the townspeople, but no luck so far. Wait, did you say the fisherman's hut? Isn't there a hill up behind that place? Is there? Professor, you're shit at lying.
Ha! Your face says it all, mate. You've not been up there to check, have you?
Of course we have! You...
Ha ha ha! You ninnies! Good luck getting to the girl before we do.
Oh, Robin, hold it! We don't even know she's definitely... Robin! Listen up, you lot. Next time you're in our way, we won't be so nice and polite. Got it? These guys are the Paolo energy that the prequels have been missing. I mean, Descalay has, like, the disguises and just generally being a pest, but these guys are, like, Descalay doesn't have the same kind of comedy that Paolo does. Indeed.
Aw, and they look so pleased to finally have a lead, too. Wow, that was some performance. You really sold your scatty professor act.
Thank you, Luke. Now then, we shouldn't linger here. Let's take Aurora to the Bostonius.
But, Professor, the station's full of Targent people. How are we going to get past?
You're right, Luke. We cannot go back the way we came. We shall have to find a different route.
You'll want to go down that little path along the lakefront. It's just houses, so it'll be nice and quiet.
Sound advice. We'll take the path. Thank you again for all your help, sir. Ooh, beachfront property, or lakefront property. Okay. Guess I should at least look for hit coins while I'm here. Lord knows I'm gonna need them. That's probably enough.
Whoa! Stop! There are more of those thugs just around there.
They must be very determined. Seems that Targent has agents posted all over town. No route is safe from them. We shall have to find an alternative way back to the ship. I don't know, can it, like, fly? Like, can't you just be like, yo, Desi, can you come pick us up over here? Oh wait, they don't have phones, do they? Anyway.
But, Professor, we already took a different path. Where else is there to go?
The water? Calm down, Luke. We'll just have to look around. They're gonna make us row back to the ship, aren't we? Oh, you know what? I bet the answer lies with you. Excuse me, madam. May we disturb you for a moment?
Oh, now there's a gentleman. Hold on. Right, I'll just need your name and number.
Oh, smooth, Daria.
What? Why? Ah, I do beg your pardon. Force of habit. You see... force of habit, you see. Daria Collum, correspondent for the World Times. How may I help you?
It is urgent that we get to that pier over there without being seen. Might you have a more discreet route we could take? Oh my god, Pup Lion is raiding! Thank you, Pup Lion. I don't think I have raid notifications set up because I, like, didn't expect to get one, like, ever. But I'll fix that for next time.
That's rather suspicious. But I can see you're in a hurry, so I won't pry for details. Yet. Not to be facetious, but have you thought about taking a boat? You are at the pier, after all. Oh yeah, that's a stroke of luck, isn't it? There you are, then. I'll inform the local fishermen about the boat. A case of dire need, I'll say.
We're much obliged, madam. What are you thanking her for? Like, she didn't say, hey, you can use the boat. She just said, like, there's a boat. I mean, I guess she said she agreed to cover for us, so that's pretty decent of her. Now then, we have our means of getting across to the pier.
But won't rowing take too long? We're bound to get spotted.
Actually, Luke, I've come up with a much quicker way for us to elude Targent. Let's go. What the hell is he talking about? Oh no, are we gonna, like, hide under the boat like Looney Tunes? Like Metal... Not Looney Tunes, but Metal... Oh, this motherfucker. I remember this puzzle. Goddamn. Once again, not remember as in, hey, I know the answer to this one. I just remember, like, trying to do this and not liking it. Okay. Uniformed villains are on the prowl all over Code, whatever. I don't fucking know. But if our heroes can hop from boat to boat quickly enough, perhaps they can get to the other side without being spotted. Okay, so we're basically playing Frogger. Okay, yeah, that's exactly it. Each boat travels in a fixed direction and at a fixed speed. Red boats move one square at a time, blue boats move 2, purple 3, and orange 4. Bear in mind that the group can only jump to boats adjacent to them to try to get them across without making a splash. Okay, so... Okay, so every time I move forward, there's gonna be... this. Oh, and I can't go off the edge of the earth either. Okay, that sucks. Okay, so... let's try staying this course. Except I can't do that either. Okay, okay. Okay, but I can't move any other ways. This sucks. Okay, well I don't necessarily have to get off here. I can move... Oh no, am I gonna get stuck here? Okay, this is the guy I want to be on. So let's move you until I have an opportunity. Yes. Sheesh. A little scared about this one, gang. Yep, okay. Okay, I bet this answer is gonna require me to have to, like, hop back and forth, like, not just continuously head forward the whole time. I'm gonna have to take a step backward at some point, I bet. So that I can get the purple and the blue ones to line up. Though I haven't had an opportunity yet where I can have the option to move both backwards and forwards. Okay, so that was the same route I just took. Whoops. What if we keep going here? Am I gonna die? Yeah, okay. I just know if I buy the first hint, it's gonna be like, well, since you know how many squares they move at a time, you can plot ahead and see where the boats are going to be on your next move. And I'm like, that just takes up too much time and energy. And, like, space on the touchscreen. Okay, so what if I hit this one here? Oh, that's not helpful at all. So the only thing I know so far is that I basically need to ride this guy all the way over to the right. As soon as I'm done. And then I gotta hop to red. He can't swim across, he'll lose his hat. He'll get all wet and, like, dirty and gross. And also, can Luke swim? Well, like, logically I bet Luke can swim since he grew up in Miss Tallery and they're all, like, you know, rivers and canals and stuff. But does Aurora know how to swim? Because, no question, Emmy can swim. Yes, I bet this is what I'm missing. This is what's gonna get him to line up. Oh Christ, I'm so close. Like, can't you just jump? Yeah, this is a very cute style for this one puzzle. Oh, the art style. He's still a cute little man in general. And he's got jukes, as you can see. Layton's got jukes. This is it. This is the one. There, we're done.
Let's shed some light on this one. Excellent, if I do say so myself.
Alright, let's get to the Bostonius. Hurrah! We've made it! And those Targent thugs are none the wiser.
Phew, that was terrifying!
Yes. Thank goodness we got over without anybody falling in. I'll be glad to get back up to the Bostonius.
What is this? Bostonius. Oh, that's our airship. Well, it belongs to Professor Sycamore, really. But you'll be safe there, Aurora.
Come, let's board the Bostonius before Targent shows up. New item of clothing, special boots. Is that like the fancy boots from RuneScape? If it's not, I'll be severely disappointed. Ah, Professor Layton. It is a great relief to have you back. What about the young miss? She is not hurt, I trust?
Young miss?
I believe we are all fine, Raymond. Thank you for your concern. I am very glad to hear that, Professor. In that case, I shall prepare for takeoff without delay. Ah, Raymond. Professor Sycamore headed back here ahead of us. Is he... Professor Sycamore is in the engine room, sir. Ah, no. Pardon me. Here he is now. Hey, Desi. Ah, Professor. Perfect timing. Everything went smoothly, I hope? Not entirely, but with some help from the local people, we were able to bring Aurora back unnoticed. Excellent. And they will still be frantically searching for her. I say we take advantage of our good fortune and escape while we can. Our first destination will be London, as we discussed. London, yes. We're about to undertake a prolonged journey to unfamiliar lands. We must prepare accordingly. Considering the excitement of our last flight, it would be wise to have the ship thoroughly checked too. Anyway, we can discuss the particulars later. For now, Raymond, take us away. Okay, so that's the proper end of Chapter 2. Chapter 3, A Day Out in London. A few days later? Scotland Yard Archives. Yeah, remember coming here in Last Spectre? here it is in 3D! Well, not just Last Spectre. Unwanted Future, too. And there is our buddy Grosky with his new and improved 3D model. Boobs just bursting at the seams. DCI Carmichael! I got an urgent summons. Does the long arm of the law need a pair of fast feet? Inspector Grosky. Actually, I have a special assignment for you. Have you heard of an organization by the name of Targent? Targent? Can't say I have. What have they been up to then? They are an extremely dangerous paramilitary organization who have been known to operate in all parts of the world. We know quite a lot about their criminal activities, but we are still in the dark as to their motives and long-term goals. I need you to get more information, unearth some concrete evidence for us. What kind of evidence, Chief? Targent have moles in high places. In the government, the army, and even, if I'm not mistaken, in the police force. What's that? A mole in the force? Here's the best part. I think we have an agent here, in this very building. Listen, Grosky, I cannot ensure your safety on this operation, but I would not ask you if it were not important. Are you in? Do you even need to ask? I won't have some criminal element undermining the yard. I'll find them, whatever it takes. Be aware that the rot may even extend to our upper echelons? Is it echelon or it's echelon? Upper echelons, Grosky? Grosky? Do not mention this to any of our superiors. Leave it to me, Chief, and if that sneak goes to ground, I'll dig them out with my bare hands. For the yard! Good luck, Grosky. A bad cop? No way! Crescent Hill University, London, Professor Layton's office. There. The Dean has approved my request to go on a research expedition, and Dr. Glaive will take over my classes. Dude, I'm pretty sure that your students are more used to Dr. Glaive than you at this point. Great! And while you were talking to the Dean, I made a list of everything we have to get. Let's go shopping! Thank you, Emmy. I believe we have some points to discuss before we go out, though. Oh, yes. You wanted to talk about our itinerary, didn't you? So, to find those Azran eggs, we'll have to visit 5 sites which are scattered around the world, right? That's right. Finding these artifacts should help us solve the grand puzzle the Azran have left for us. I can hardly believe we are so close to uncovering the secrets of the most ancient civilization known to man. And I'm not gonna call Randall about it, fuck that guy. It's not like he died trying to discover shit about this civilization or anything. He definitely would not be interested in this at all. Fuck my friends. I know. I can't wait to get going on our trip around the world. Ah, yes. I meant to tell you. I've been over some Azran texts again with our recent finds in mind, and I realized something. Do you remember the 3 great Azran ruins that I spoke of before? You mean the Garden of Healing, the City of Harmony, and the Nautilus Chamber, was it? Randy's sick of the Azrans. You know, actually, maybe it's healthier for him this way. Indeed. I am convinced that activating all 3 of those sites was a strict condition for awakening the Azran Messenger. So in a way, you had to play the prequels before you got to this one. That was the first challenge set by the Azran people. I see. They wanted to ensure that we could not awaken their messenger before our civilization had properly developed. I must say it is an honor to be present at such a turning point in our history. But in fact, Professor, your thesis already touched upon... Excuse me for interrupting, but at this rate, no historical discoveries are going to be made at all. Why don't we finish our preparations first? You can always discuss the finer points of your studies once we're on our way. Ah, of course. Very well. Can I count on you to get the necessary provisions? I intend to research our destinations a little more.
No problem.
Thank you, Miss Altava.
Please, Professor. Call me Emmy.
Oh. Are you sure? That doesn't feel right. You're a woman, after all. I can't be on first-name terms with a woman.
You professors are all alike. But really, don't worry about being so polite. We're going to be spending a lot of time together.
Alright then.
Emmy.
Now then, if you'll excuse me, there's still much to be done. Come back to the Bostonius once you've finished shopping.
What do you think we'll need for our journey around the world? It's bound to be a lot longer than a camping trip. Bread and cheese for sandwiches. Biscuits for when we go out exploring. Oh, and we'll want tea and cake on the Bostonius.
Luke, did you forget that, like, there's another, like, whole set of food groups besides carbs?
You need many things. Of course. We might end up trudging through forests, climbing mountains, and exploring ancient ruins. We need provisions. For this kind of grand shopping trip, we'll want to go to Kensington.
Kensington? Ah, of course. You aren't familiar with London, or literally anything else in this world that has, like, aged millennia since you were last conscious. Well, this is an excellent opportunity to show you around. God, imagine waking up from, like, thousands of years in a coma, and the first thing they do is like, oh, you know what you gotta see? Britain.
Very well.
Oh, why did I give her that voice? Hey, thanks for the follow, Topo960. Are you... I'm bisexual. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah. Targent scoundrels burrowing in like woodworms, eating us from the inside out. Come out and face justice, you cowards!
Hey, wasn't that Inspector Grosky?
He looked as though he was in a hurry. He must be in the middle of an investigation.
Yes. No doubt. Though I don't think he's able to catch anyone with your help.
That's not entirely fair, Emmy.
Come on, Professor. You know as well as I do that at least half of Grosky's arrests were made with your help. And anyway... Oh look, it's Dean Delmona. Why don't we go and say hello before we head back into town?
Good idea. Yeah, maybe you should, like, say hi to your boss since you're constantly running out on him. Herschel Layton, how are your preparations going? Hello, Dean Delmona. Very well, thank you. As a matter of fact, we are just going into town to buy supplies. Just how long do you expect to be away digging up pottery? Now. I know it's more exciting than that. Enjoy yourself. We will, thank you. Now then, before you go, you won't object to helping me with this small puzzle, will you, my boy? I've mentioned my granddaughter, haven't I? A darling little girl she is. But she gives me the most devilish puzzles to solve. Ah. Is that a problem? It is when I can't solve them, which is the case now. What will the girl think of her old granddad? I see. Well, shall I have a look at it for you? It's treat time. These 5 people all want a specific combination of chocolates in a specific order. Can't anyone in this game just eat chocolate like a normal person? Oh my god, always with the chocolate puzzle. Okay. They want the same. Okay, chocolates in a specific order. Your task is to find a set of chocolates that matches the boxes in front of every person. Each set must be made up of 3 adjacent chocolates and must be selected in the order shown on the boxes from left to right. Can you divide the box of chocolates in a way that will make everyone happy? Okay, so... that guy wants 3 squares, so I'm gonna leave him to last. Let's see, we have someone who wants 2 adjacent hearts. And there's only 1 set of those. So I'm gonna say maybe this. And then you want that, and you want this, and you want this. Oh hey, this is actually way easier than it looked like.
This was quite the conundrum. And there we have it.
Alright. Got a new nutty roller course, really? Okay. I don't usually touch those, so whatever. Or at least I don't want to mess with the nutty roller on stream because I'm gonna look like more of a doofus than I usually do. Ah, so that's what it was. Splendid work, Herschel. Thank you. I'm glad I could be of assistance, Steen. My granddaughter will be delighted, I assure you. Well, best of luck on your travels, Herschel. Now get the fuck out of my school. Right, let's take the bus to the high street, shall we?
What is a bus?
Oh, Aurora.
What is a bus? Oh, yes, of course. You've never taken the bus, have you? Buses are big and red, and they make getting around really easy.
Indeed they do. Allow me to explain. You can either select the bus symbol on the touchscreen or investigate the bus stop with your magnifying glass. Then, with a simple touch, you select your destination.
So I just choose where I want to go? That's right. Now let's take the bus.
But first, hit coins somewhere. Now, where shall we go? Well, looks like we only got one choice.
Hold on there, Mary. You left your loaves behind again, look.
Jeez, Mary.
Welcome to London, Aurora.
This is your world?
I hate it. Wow, your world sucks.
So many people. So, what do you think? This is Kensington High Street. This here is a fancy clothes shop, and there's the chemist. There should be some nice cafes down that way, too.
I see. You have many establishments.
Yep, you can pretty much get anything around here. In fact, in that shop there, you can... Huh? What? What's the matter? Has something caught your eye? Oh, what's Mom doing there? Hey, Aurora, my mom's over there. Come on, let's go and say hello.
I feel something calling to me. Goodbye. Oh my god, Brenda! This is your first time actually having a speaking role!
Mom! Hey, Mom!
Luke, what are you doing here?
I thought you were off on a trip with Professor Oh! Hello, Herschel! I'm surprised to see you again so soon.
Do you have lectures to give today? No. In fact, one of my colleagues has agreed to take over my classes for a while. I am on a sabbatical, for research purposes, as I have been for the past 2 years and will continue to be for the next 3 or 4.
Oh, really? Does that mean you found something exciting? I imagine Luke will want to tag along again if you'll let him.
Of course. It's no trouble, Brenda. Actually, he's a great help.
What are you doing here, Mom?
Well, I was going to Gressenheller Library to do some reading for a paper on plate tectonics.
But I've been standing here for half an hour and still no bus. It would be quicker to wait for the ground to shift at this rate. It's just awful. I even made up a little puzzle in time it's taken.
Luke has 2 parents, actually. A mom and a dad. Okay, 4 friends are going to the theater and plan to meet at the bus stop outside. They're all coming from different locations. Okay. For the shortest journey, there's just one option, and it has 2 changes. Fantastic, I can get a direct bus. So, I change the second stop I come to, then I get off 2 stops after that. Looks as though I have 2 possibilities, and they both have the same number of stops. Which do I choose? Okay, so I just put the bus at whatever stop they're trying to go to. So, A says for the shortest journey, there's just one option, and it has 2 changes. Okay, because he's starting on the orange line, and let's see, so that'd be 1 change, and then 2 changes, and that would put him, like, here. So I'm gonna see if I can get everybody else there too. And B says, fantastic, I can get a direct bus. So it can't be here. It's gonna have to be on the blue line over here. C says, so I change the second stop I come to. And then I get off 2 stops after that. So like right here. So this is where the red and the blue converge. It's as though I have 2 possibilities, and they both have the same number of stops. Yeah, because he can go, like, 1, 2, or 1, 2. Why is he complaining about 2 stops? I think it's right here.
My intuition should serve me well. A satisfying puzzle indeed.
Looks like everyone managed to find each other. But what show are they going to dressed like that? Why is this dude in a bathing suit and like an inner tube to go to the theater? What the hell? Because like everyone else kind of makes sense. Like maybe like these 2 are like a little bit too, like a little bit casual, but this guy is like way too casual. Maybe he's in the show. Oh wait, we get to dress up Brenda? Okay, cool. Easy work for you as always, Herschel. Right then, I should let you get on, Luke. I should let you get on. Luke, I want you on your best behavior, alright? No reckless rushing around. I'm sure the professor will be keeping an eye on you, but still. Oh, come on, Mom. I've been on tons of trips with the professor, and I'm always good. Yes, well, I know you. Oh, by the way, Mom, I meant to introduce our new friend. Her name is Aurora. We met her in Frohenborg. Aurora, this is my mother... Huh? Professor, where's Aurora gone? Oh dear. She seems to have wandered off while we were chatting. Is Aurora a fair-haired girl in a rather severe pink dress by any chance? Yes. Why, did you see where she went? She walked off towards the museum a few minutes ago. I didn't realize she was with you. Oh no, to the museum? Is it her first time in London? You'd better go after her quickly. Yes, come on, Professor, let's go. Yes, let's. Please excuse us, Brenda. It was lovely to see you. Oh, and there's the bus. That worked out quite nicely in the end. Off you go then. I hope you find your friend soon. Yep. See ya, Mom. Alright, to the museum. After I look at hit coins again. Oh wait, actually, I want to try dressing up Luke's mom. What does she want? Formal. Okay, 3 stars of formal, 3 stars of glam, and something yellow. Let's see. What? She's gonna wear this for his dad? Dad's gonna see it. He certainly is. Now, are you going to make this for me or not? But this isn't fair at all. What the hell? Let's see, I'd say a top hat is pretty formal. Handmade by a certain professor's biggest fan. That's trendy. That's glam. I don't know what to give her for shoes yet. I'll leave her with that for now. Oh wait, let's see. I'll give her some other stuff. You've definitely worked hard on this, and I like it a lot. The only thing is, it doesn't stand out much, does it? I doubt your father will be very impressed. I still don't understand why Dad has to see this. I'll tell you what, Luke. How about you give it another try? Remember, I want something formal and glamorous, but also unique. Coming right up! Oh my god. He is... like, Luke is being tortured right now. Go after Aurora. Okay. Where did she get to? There's my favorite detective. In this game, at least. They're a nimble lot. Splendid. I didn't expect stealth work to offer so much as a leisurely jog. Hello, Inspector Grosky. Oh, it's Layton. When did you get back to London, then? Just a couple of days ago. Ah, you look restless, Inspector. Is there something I can help with? Well, as a matter of fact... Never mind. It's nothing you need to concern yourself with, Layton. Now then, for the yard. Grosky was literally just like, hi, bye.
Do you suppose he's investigating some secret police case?
Presumably. I wonder what kind of case could be so confidential.
Maybe we can ask him again next time we... Ah, Professor, look! There, by the museum!
There's our little mummy. There you are, Aurora. We've been looking all over for you.
Professor Layton? Well, you seem to be alright. You shouldn't run off like that, though. Without telling... No, you shouldn't run off like that, you know, without telling anyone.
Oh, I'm... sorry.
If you want to go somewhere, just tell us, and we'll come with you.
I understand. What is this place? It's a museum. Would you like to go inside? That's his way of asking her, like, hey, you wanna live in the museum? You wanna, like, can we put you in an exhibit? Something about it feels familiar.
Oh! Do you think they might have Azran artifacts inside?
Very likely. The museum is home to all sorts of ancient objects. It's also certain that some are of Azran origin. I suggest we go inside and find out.
Yes. Hey, there's a policeman guarding the doors. What's going on?
That puzzle's what's going on, apparently. I'm sorry, sir, but the museum is closed to visitors at this time. I'm afraid we can't go in, Aurora.
Why? What's wrong?
Blimey, that's like something my gran would wear. And I tell you, ladies in their fashion.
Do you mean me?
Oh, terribly sorry, miss. Who do I think I am? The fashion police? No, I'm just a run-of-the-mill constable. Anyhow, can I help you with anything?
Why can't we go in?
You want to know what's behind the special closure, eh? Okay, then. I don't see why not. But, well, I have this other case I'm working on while I'm standing here on guard duty. I'd appreciate a bit of help with that. If you can do that for me, I'll be sure to tell you all about the special closure. Alright? Cracking combinations. The police have received a warning from a legendary safecracker about his next crime. Tonight, I plan to break into the bank and take the treasure from one of the safes numbered 1 to 60. I will steal from the one safe whose number cannot be made by adding together any combination of these. 0, 1, 2, 4, 7, 15, 31. Using each one no more than once per combination, that is. Which safes do the police keep an extra close eye on tonight? Okay, so between 1 and 60. Cannot be made by adding together any combination of these. Okay, so what combinations? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 4, 7, 15, 31. So all those numbers are ruled out right off the bat. So from there we can rule out 3, 5, 8, 16, 32. And then 6, 9, 17, 33, 11, 19, 35. This is a very horrible way to be doing this puzzle, but I'm going somewhere, I promise. So this is all just by adding like any two of the numbers together. So okay, so we can get 10 by adding 1, 2, 7. 10, 11, 11. Okay, yeah, we have 11 down there. 12 would be 4, 7, 1. 13. It's gonna be 7, 2, 4. 14 is 1, 2, 4, 7, 15, 16, 17. Can we get 18? That's okay, that's 1, 2, 15. 19, 20, 20. How do you get 20? 1, 4, 15. 21. 15, 2, 4. Okay. We have 22, but 23. How do you get 23? Okay, 15, 7, 1. 24. 15, 7, 2. 25. 15, 7, 1, 2. Oh, I'm doing this like the dumbass way. I know this. 26 is 15 plus 7 plus 4. Try making numbers 1 to 14. Okay, I can do that. Okay, it's just like saying it. I should try to calculate each safe number individually. Okay. Okay, so I have 26. How did I get to 27? 15 plus 7 is 22. Plus 4 plus 1. Okay, that's 27. 28. 22. 24, 26, 27, 28, okay. 29, that would catch that plus 1. How do I get to 30, though? Can I get to 30? It'll be 15 plus 7 is 22. Plus... 7 plus 1. Or... 1. Yeah. No, but I already used 7. 50 plus 7 is 22. And 4 is 26. I can't get to 30. That's it.
Here's my answer. Critical thinking is the key to success.
There we go. Great. Looks like we can take preventative measures in this case then. Thank you for your assistance, sir. So, you want to know why the museum is closed off, correct? The truth is, there's been a robbery. The scene of the crime will be closed to members of the public for the duration of the police investigation. But we expect the main galleries to reopen as soon as the detectives have completed their search of the area. I see. Thank you for the information.
I wonder if this is why Inspector Grosky was running around in a tiz. A robbery? Are your people not content with their own possessions?
Sadly, some are not. Well then, let's leave this investigation to the police and resume the preparations for our journey.
Oh yes, Professor. I was thinking, how about stopping by a fashion boutique before doing the food shopping?
Well, we still have time, I suppose. Was there something you needed, Emmy?
It's not for me. It's for Aurora. We might end up hiking through rough terrain. She could do with something a little more practical. And besides, people keep commenting on her dress. Maybe she'll blend in better if we get her some more modern clothing. For me?
Good idea, Emmy.
There was a place back on the high street. Let's try there. Where did that little shop go? Alright, there it is. Let's get Aurora a nice new outfit. Ooh, shopping break. So, you don't like my dress? It's not that, it's just... Well, you do stand out a bit. You look like you're going to a formal dinner or a fancy ball. But don't worry, we'll find you a nice, comfortable outfit.
Emmy, I think perhaps I should leave it to you to select clothes for Aurora. Ladies' fashion is not my area of expertise.
I see. Very well.
What's this?
Shopping.
Look, this one's sweet. Isn't it? Or maybe not.
Women do be shopping.
Well,
It suits you.
do you really think so?
Oh my god, you made her into Proto-Flora.
But doesn't this make me stand out even more? Not at all. You might think you look strange, but to us, you just look like a schoolgirl coming back from badminton practice. It looks very nice on you, Aurora. It does. And Targent won't recognize you so easily like this. Thank you very much for your help. Ah, that's another thing. No need to be so formal with us. Try to be a bit more relaxed in your manner, and you'll blend in better. To be relaxed? Dude, she's been asleep for 1,000 fucking years, and you're like, just relax. It might take some time to get into it, but I'm sure you can do it. Yes, I see. Right. Now that we have seen to Aurora's needs, let us proceed with the rest of our shopping. Why don't you tell the professor to relax? Jesus. Okay. Brown bread, yes. Butter, yes. Porridge, oats, muffins. Ooh, crumpets. We also have marmalade, apples, figs, We have everything we need for breakfast, I see. Emmy, how are we doing for our other meals and other food groups? We're all sorted, Professor. I've gone through the list twice. I'd say we're ready to go back to the Bostonius. Hey, isn't that...
You can't hide forever, Targent reprobates!
Wow, Inspector Grosky was running faster than ever. I wonder how he's chasing down that alley.
I don't like the look of this. We should follow him.
Alright, what the hell is he up to?
This looks an awful lot like the alley that, Schmelmy and Schmartin were guarding in Unwound Future in fake London. Confounded glaciers! I almost had them. I'm sure the crooks came down here, though. Huh? Who's there?
Ooh, cutscene city today.
Looks like the jig is up for you, Sonny Jim.
Who are you?
You've been sticking your nose where it don't belong.
Oh shit!
So Targent thinks you're enough to stop me, do they?
Grosky, they have fucking Uzis!
Get him!
Sure, let me just get in this trash can. They're gonna execute him! Holy shit.
Nice try.
Emmy! Another win for the yard.
Looks like you owe me one, Inspector Grosky.
Huh?
That's her gun now. Targent Scum, are you? Tell me, who's the leader of your little organization, eh? Give me a name. Ugh. Nobody interferes with Targent. You'll regret this. Halt! Halt in the name of the yard! Blast, he's gone. Must have slipped through a secret door. Inspector Grosky! That was rather too close. Are you hurt? Oh, Layton and the little chap are here too. Ah, nothing like a good fight to get the blood pumping.
I am not a little chap. My name is Luke. And I am a tiny chap. You're just like bite-sized, little dude.
Sorry, my boy. Inspector, we need to talk to you. About Targent. Did you hear me earlier?
Well, you were shouting pretty loudly.
Oh, butterflies. Layton, this is a top-secret mission. I'm not spilling the beans to civilians, not even trustworthy ones. For the yard!
Oh my god, we should chase after him again. He's run off again! Why would he be on anything top secret anyway? Isn't he just an ordinary police inspector?
Grusky seemed to think those were Targent hitmen. If he was correct, then we may assume that Scotland Yard is not only aware of Targent, but getting in their way. I think we should inform Professor Sycamore right away. We finished our shopping in any case.
So that means going... which way again?
The Bostonius is at the Aerodrome, Luke. Aerodrome, Luke. You know, the London Aerodrome, where everybody parks their blimps in this future. Will you take the bus to get there?
Raven's Way. There's a kitty. There's multiple kitties. There's a lot of kitties. What are you all doing here? Look at that pair of cats up at the top. They must be best friends. Not girlfriends. Best friends.
Jarvis, show me this guy's balls, please. Nah, Stark never says please to Jarvis, or like to anyone. There are rather a lot of cats in this alley. Why would they choose to stay here when they could be out exploring instead?
Maybe they're afraid of getting lost, Professor. They're only little things in a huge city, after all.
I suppose you're right. Now, speaking of lost cats, how about this puzzle?
Ooh, another kitty puzzle.
These two kitties are such good friends, they always act in exactly the same way. Today, they've just been for a saunter around the town and are on their way home. Can you get them both back home at the same time so that neither gets upset? It's fine for them to use different entrances. Keep in mind that if a cat stops on a space that's one move away from a fish, it will immediately pounce on the fish with great delight. Also make sure the cats don't bump into each other or fall into any manholes. Okay, so I just gotta... Oh, I'm not sure I like this one. There we go. Home at the exact same time.
If I just do this. Luke Triton at your service.
I'm so glad those kitties got home alright.
Me too, buddy. What the hell? Is there like a hint coin here, or did I just make a mess? I guess I just made a mess. I don't know. Okay, back to the bus stop. Back to the Bostonians. To the aerodrome.
Ah, the Bostonius is over that way.
Yes, and with any luck, Professor Sycamore will be on board. Instead of whoring about instead of whoring about Kensington.
I hope Inspector Grossi will be alright. Trying to take on Targent all by himself. Ah, where have they gone? I'd better catch up.
Ah yes, glad you appreciate the stream title. Still not a lot of Sycamore just yet, but come chapter 4, he'll be impossible to get rid of.
Hello. You there. Come over here. I want to talk to you.
Yes, Queen, anything for you. Wait, is Bunny here? Has she seen her wife yet?
You were looking for a bit troubled back there. Puzzle trouble, I'd say. Wait a minute. I know you. You're Elizabeth. No, it's Granny Rit. Quiet, girl. Let your elders speak. Behold, you now find yourself before the beautiful and clairvoyant Granny Riddleton. Well, you may speak now. Hello, Granny Riddleton. To the troubled and confused youth of today, I offer my most trusted ally. Sorry, what? The world revolves around puzzles. Easy puzzles, tricksy puzzles, puzzles you love, puzzles you wish you'd never started. Then there's the ones you want to come back to with a fresh mind, but you can't find them anymore. And the ones you never spotted in the first place. Where do they go, these poor lost and abandoned puzzles? Who takes care of them? Here, I present you the beautiful and clairvoyant Keats, my kitty. Oh, Keats. I remember him. So anytime we miss our chance to solve a puzzle, your cat will hold on to it. That's it exactly. If you want to solve one of those lost puzzles, just go and talk to Keats. That's pretty convenient. Thank you. But Keats is your cat. Won't you miss him if he goes with us? Oh, nonsense. I need someone to look after him while I tour the mud baths of the world. How else can I retain my youthful glow? Hee toodaloo now. It's not a cat impression, it's a Gary impression. Wait! Emmy? There you are. Ah, Luke. Sorry. Were you looking for me? You don't usually fall behind. What were you doing? I just met... Oh, well, never mind. You guys still have to meet her for the first time in Curious Village, so I can't tell you who it is. I'll tell you later. Come on, let's go and find the professor. By the way, I got a cool new cat. Blissful boot. Feet. Alright. Hey, Raymond, you seen Professor Sicky? Ah, I see everybody is back. I'm about to give the flight instruments one last check. It might take a little while, I'm afraid, so I hope you're not anxious to depart. Please, take your time. We've only just finished our own preparations. Thank you, Professor. Shall I put these bags away? Yes, thank you, Raymond. Do it yourself, Hershey. Incidentally, is Professor Sycamore here? The professor went out to check some facts before our trip, I believe. I'm sure he won't be long. Ah, here he is now. Once again, right on cue. Ah, you're back. Good. Are you ready to depart? Raymond is still occupied with the ship, but I would like to leave as soon as he's ready. Actually, Professor, there's a matter that I would like to discuss with you before we depart. Oh, and what is that? Earlier today, we witnessed an incident in which a police inspector from Scotland Yard was set upon by a group of thugs. The inspector in question seemed to think that his attackers were working for Targent. Go on. If Targent is targeting the police, we can only suppose that Scotland Yard are actively pursuing them. Scotland Yard? Drat. That complicates things. As a matter of fact, I also have heard some worrying news. It appears that groups of uniformed men and women have been showing up at Azran sites all around the world. Ah, well that has to be... Targent, yes. I think we can expect them to turn up at the locations we are about to visit as well. If Targent are targeting the police, then maybe they're based. That is rather troubling. Quite. And I have reason to believe that Scotland Yard have been investigating Azran sites too. Wow. They must be pouring all their resources into stopping Targent.
Do you think so? I'm not so sure. Actually, I'm of a mind to look into this further. Would you accompany me? Your friendly ties with the police could be of use.
Oh, of course. I suppose we can't be too careful with an organization like Targent.
Let us hope our fears prove to be wrong. Shall we make our way to the bus stop, then?
Hang on a sec. I meant to tell you. I bumped into an old friend on the way here. Meow. Keats here is going to be looking after our unsolved puzzles.
How very useful. Well, I'm sure he'll manage to find a comfortable spot on the sofa. With your permission, of course, Professor.
Oh, does he not like cats?
Very well. Raymond, kindly procure some cat food and a litter tray.
I don't think he's a fan. Oh my god, hey! I know you.
Well then, I must get back to the grindstone. Amelie, enjoy your trip.
Wait, Clamp! Oh, he's impossible. That's Inspector Grosky for you. He always rushes off before you can say a word.
I'm afraid he can get very caught up in his cases.
Oh, yes he can. Wait a minute, that hat. Are you Professor Layton by any chance?
Yes, that's correct. Have we met?
Oh, sorry. My name's Amelie. Clamp, Inspector Grosky, is my older brother. What? Really? He has siblings?
Ah, I didn't know the Inspector had a sister. Herschel Layton, how do you do?
And I am Luke Triton, the Professor's apprentice. Oh, I've heard all about you from my brother. He says you've helped him on all sorts of cases. If I'm being honest, police work really is all he talks about. When him and my husband get together, they never stop. He means well. I mean, he came all the way out here to see us off and everything. But you saw it. He rushed right off again. He came to see you off? Does that mean you're going away somewhere? Ah, yes, didn't I mention? My husband and I are going on our honeymoon trip, all the way around the world. And coincidentally, we're going to show up in every location that you have to go to in the next chapter. Wow. A trip around the world. That's just what I'd like for my honeymoon. I'm so looking forward to it. Why don't you plan something similar with your fiancé? Oh, no, I don't have anyone like that just now. I'm too busy rushing around as an academic assistant. Ah well, as long as you enjoy it. I'm afraid I have my head in a pink cloud. Just look at this puzzle my husband gave me.
Okay, heart image on the top screen is made of small red and white tiles. You want to make a heart that looks exactly the same, but you don't have any small tiles. Just a limited number of large 3x3 ones. Okay, yeah, we did this a couple times in the last game. So... God, the worst part is going to be getting this one. It's not the worst. I've already used too many somehow. Red tile right at the bottom of the frame in the middle. Okay. This will form the point, so make sure you don't put any white tiles on top of this tile's central column. Okay. Okay, okay. That makes sense. I cooked a meatball. White tile on each of the four corners. Okay. Seems legit. There we go.
I've got a good feeling about this one. All in a day's work.
Alright, where were we? Isn't it sweet? Well, I'd better not keep you. Good luck with your work. I hope my brother isn't too much trouble. Not at all. Thank you. Well, we'll be off then. I hope you and your husband have a wonderful honeymoon. Thanks, we will. Come along, love. We'll miss the boat. Oh, is it that time already? Sorry, dear. I thought you were going to let me go. I thought you were going to let me go off around the world on my own there for a minute. Oh, there's Chelmie's 3D spotlight for just a sec. Now, where shall we go? Scotland Yard it is. Here we are, Scotland Yard. This building is quite imposing. Yes, Scotland Yard is the headquarters of the Metropolitan Police, who are in charge of protecting the entire city of London. I'm hoping to find some information on Targent here. They have a huge archive room, don't they? There must be something there. Professor? Have you noticed that lady standing by the entrance? You know who it is. There she is! Oh, Inspector Grosky. What a treat to watch you pursuing criminals on your own home turf. So at ease, so confident. I shudder to think of the danger you're in, but I know you'll crack this top-secret case. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were there. You must be hoping to join the Clampettes. Not really, Miss Hannah. Hannah, you are president of Grosky's fan club, are you not? I don't suppose he discloses details of his cases to you. You want to ask me about Grosky? I know everything. For instance, even as we speak, he's out vanquishing an evil organization. It's just so thrilling. Gorgeous Grosky on a secret mission for justice, tracking down criminals while the city sleeps. Oh, do you suppose that was classified? Well, I'm afraid you'll have to solve this puzzle or join the Clampettes. Either solve this puzzle or I'll force you to join my detective fan club. Girl received a letter and a box from her mischievous but oh so heroic boyfriend. My dearest darling Hannah-bee. Apprehending scoundrels keeps me from you, but here's a token of my love. I know you'll unlock it before I see you tomorrow. A star of 10 lights, bright as fire, reveals my heart's truest desire. All my love, Clampy. Press 10 buttons and unlock the box. Okay, so we gotta find a way to make a star out of 10 points, and I think I see it right here. Right. That is 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. There we go.
You know, I think this may be it. Puzzle solving is a most gentlemanly pursuit.
The 10 lights combine to create the shape of a star, opening the box and revealing a wedding scene hidden inside. Does this mean that the boyfriend is proposing? Correct. Very well, I think I can trust you. I hope you can help. Things seem to be in a bit of a stir-up at the station, and I don't want anything putting Grosky off his game. I think it's all related to this new mission of his. Oh, beloved Clamp, you set the world around you all aflutter, just as you do my heart. It appears that Hannah hasn't changed a bit. I bet she can sense Inspector Grosky's presence a mile away. Can sniff out that pussy from a mile away. Her words with the police station being in turmoil do worry me, however. Something big is afoot. Anyway, let us go inside and investigate. Oh god, is this the same guy? Well, if it isn't Professor Layton. Good day to you, sir. Hello, Constable. Aren't you supposed to be on guard duty? What brings you here on this fine day? Are you here to see Inspector Grosky? Actually, I was hoping to consult some of Scotland Yard's case records. Do you think that would be possible? That sort of thing is stored down in the archives, sir, but after the, they're not accessible at the moment. I'm sorry. I can't give you any more details, Professor. Maybe a senior officer could give you permission if you ask, though.
A senior officer? Somebody above Inspector Grosky, then? Who else do we know?
Off the top of my head, the only other person I can think of is Detective Inspector Bloom. Sus.
Oh yeah, didn't he say he was a senior detective at Scotland Yard?
Is this man a friend of yours?
Well, he's a bit serious, but he and the professor solved a case together a few months ago.
Yeah, it's only been a couple months since Montedor. Very well. Let's inquire whether he's here. Ah, if it's D.I. Bloom you're looking for, you're in luck. He should be in his office. It's just down the corridor on your left, sir. Thank you, Constable. We shall go and see him immediately.
Professor Layton, this is a surprise.
Good day to you, Detective Bloom.
I'm sorry that I had to leave Montidor so suddenly. I was called back to London on an urgent matter.
That's okay. It must be really stressful to be a senior detective.
I must admit I've been extremely busy lately. We're in the midst of a somewhat delicate case. The whole department is in turmoil. But enough about that. Tell me, what brings you here today?
I'm sure you didn't just come in for an idle chat. You're right. We are currently in the middle of an investigation for which we need to consult certain case records. However, it appears that we need special permission. To enter the archives? Well, since it's you we're talking about, I don't see any problem with that. In fact, I'd take you there myself if I didn't have a strategy meeting in a few minutes. I'll tell the officer to let you in. Take all the time you need. Thank you. That is most helpful of you. You know, suspiciously helpful, actually. It's no trouble at all. Well then, I hope to see you again soon, Professor. Perhaps we can discuss archaeology next time. Yes, absolutely. Please excuse me then, gentlemen, ladies.
Huh. Well, that was easy. Let's go. I know where the archives are. We go back to the lobby and then straight down the stairs to the back. But first, let's poke around Bloom's office.
I suppose the detective inspector gets to choose his own light fittings.
It looks like the light bulb is being skewered by a huge fork. I've never seen a room decorated with gloves before. I suppose the gloves he puts in here are the ones he doesn't wear.
A fine collection of gloves, worth a moment of any gentleman's time.
They're just gloves, dude.
Hang on a minute, I want to go over that dialogue again if I can.
These files are all in order. You must be a very methodical man. Don't you wish your shelves were this neat, Professor?
The sight of these tidy shelves alone gives you the measure of the man. Yep, I judge everyone I know by their shelf organization.
It's a bit dingy down here, and it smells funny. If it's too unsettling for you, you can always wait upstairs, Luke. No, I can handle it. In fact, I bet I can find the records we need before you do, Emmy. Oh, really? Well, I can't resist a challenge. So, what are we looking for exactly?
We know that Targent are after Azran artifacts, so let's look for any relevant reports of theft.
Understood. These archives are huge. Won't it take us forever to search through everything?
I suppose we will have to divide the work between us and each take a different shelf. Luke, do you think you can manage alone?
Dude, he can't even reach half these shelves. You can count on me, Professor. I'll search my section extra carefully from one end to the other.
I'm sure you will. Oh my god, he's just fucking standing.
Whoa! Who leaves books lying around like this? Someone could trip and damage their spine!
Sounds like someone's a fan of tidying up.
Actually, I hate tidying up. It just bothers me when things aren't in their right place, that's all. Oh, don't say that. Tidying up can be fun. Take this puzzle, for example.
A fun tidying up puzzle. Bibliophiling. This library has such a confusing system for arranging books. Even the librarians often give up and leave them in a trolley. The numbers next to and above each shelf indicate how many books should be in that row or column. Some books are part of a series, so they're bundled together to make them easier for people to find. You can rotate these bundles if you need to. Can you shelve the books so that every row and column has the right number? Okay. So you need 4 books. You can only have one. You can only have one. Actually, this kind of sucks. Okay, let's focus on the red books, I guess.
Okay, here we go.
Yay!
Yes, I got it.
See, that was fun, wasn't it? You must be a fan of tidying up now, then, eh? Whatever you say, Emmy. Look at those books, though. They're all detective novels. Surely it's not a good idea to keep fictional cases mixed in with the real ones. Not the real ones. Alright, what am I looking for? I can't find anything relating to Targent in this section. There's nothing very useful looking around here, Professor. Where haven't we looked yet? How about that area behind the stepladder? Let's go over there and check. Behind the stepladder. Ooh. Yeah, I think this is it. Aha! Look at this, Professor. Have you found something? Is that about a robbery at the museum? Surely not the same incident that the police are investigating at the moment. No, not the same incident, but the same museum. It's certainly not the first time it's been robbed. Really? How many times has it been robbed?
Looks as though this is the fifth theft to occur this year.
That's a lot, isn't it? I mean, the museum has nice things, but still. According to this report, all the items that were stolen have since been recovered. So every time this thief stole something, they lost it again? Not a very good thief, are they? Say, Professor, do you think the thief could be Descalay? Descalay? You don't mean Mr. I like to wreck things with mechanical monsters and dress up as posh ladies, Descalay? Of course! Who else would I mean? He was definitely looking for Azran ruins. I bet he'd be low enough to steal things from the museum. And cunning enough, too.
Interesting idea, Luke. You may very well be correct. However, let us not rush to any hasty conclusions. I agree. As far as I can see, this report tells us nothing concrete. But, Professor, didn't you say that the police are currently investigating a theft at the museum? You're suggesting we simply go there and see what we can find out in person? Exactly. It seems the most practical course of action. Let's take a bus to Kensington High Street and walk from there. Okay, time to investigate the museum. Before we go to the museum, I'm gonna hop up real quick, and I'll be right back for a brief intermission. Alright. Back and butter than ever. To Kensington and Museum.
How irritating. I know there's something going on at the museum, but they won't tell me a thing. Missed publicity, if you ask me.
What seems to be the matter, madam? Ah, I see you too are a, loaf of bread hairstyle haver.
Ooh, what a suave, sophisticated man. Wait a minute. Aren't you that famous archaeologist, Professor Sycamore? What a perfect time for an interview. Stay right where you are. This will only take a few minutes of your time.
Perhaps later. I beg your pardon, but I just overheard you were talking about an incident at the museum.
Oh, I see. You're digging for information? Well, I don't know if you've heard, but the police have closed down the museum. I just know something big is going on. There's a real scoop here, but they simply won't tell me anything. Not a single little tidbit of information.
I see. Presumably, the police have not completed their investigation yet.
What's that got to do with anything? These officers usually take any chance they get to complain about their job. Not even my usual source. Now, even my usual source won't tell me anything unless I solve his silly little puzzle first. I'm not getting anywhere fast. Well, I can't hang about in London forever. If I can't get my story here, I'll just have to find one elsewhere.
You display an admirable zeal for your work.
Oh, you're too kind, Desmond. Here, before I go, let me give you this. A token of my appreciation.
The World Times. Tireless traveling reporter Daria Column has given you a scrapbook. Select World Times and try to read through any articles you collect on your way around the world. And what that does is just, like, if you unlock a new story, you might be able to, like, revisit an area you've already been to and unlock something new. Like a new puzzle or an area or something like that. Okay, what is this?
That, my dear, is an invaluable journalist's scrapbook. You can use it to hold all my thrilling reports from around the world. I'll be on the road, so I can't tell you exactly when each new article will come out, but you keep an eye out for them, won't you?
Yep. Sure thing, Miss Column. Alright, let me in. But first... I'm sorry, sir. The museum is closed to members of the public at this time. Move along.
Professor, they still won't let us in. What are we going to do?
Oh, look who it is. Alright, Grosky, let us in. No, that's not Grosky, that is Clark. Luke, Herschel, what a surprise. What brings you here?
Dad!
Clark, it's good to see you. Actually, we were hoping to investigate certain matters in the museum, but it appears to be closed. You're investigating. Fancy that. So am I. Dude, will you, like, acknowledge your son, maybe? Good day. Dr. Trayton, is it? Go on in, please. Ah, just a moment, please, Constable.
What is it you're investigating, Dad?
The curator noticed something odd about some items that were recovered after being stolen. He asked me to examine them. Ah, that sounds important. Please don't let us keep you. Not at all. I'm glad we bumped into each other. Perhaps if I help you get into the museum, you'll be able to help me too. I'll need to get straight to work, but come and see me when you've found whatever it is you're looking for. If you'd like to get some background on our case, have a chat with the policeman inside. They should get you up to speed. Alright, thanks, Clit. Alright, give me info. How could there be another robbery? What were the guards doing? Ever since that first incident, we've been giving them special training, and we've improved all their security protocols.
Maybe somebody knows when the guards change over or what their routes are or something.
I beg your pardon, young man, but that's impossible. We anticipate such risks in theft cases. All information about the guard rotation is strictly confidential and heavily protected. We do a background check on every guard in the building. Even then, we tell them only what they absolutely need to know.
And yet, something was stolen. Not very good at your job, are you?
I don't understand it. Did you hear? We haven't got the thief, but we got all the stolen items back. That's what counts, eh? It's certainly something. How did the items come to be recovered? Can't say exactly. Us grunts don't get all the details in cases like this. But I'm sure it was a seamless operation. We have the best officers in the country at Scotland Yard, you know. Cream of the crop.
But you haven't caught the thief?
Well, it's only a matter of time, miss. You mark my words. This is getting us nowhere. We really need some concrete information. Perhaps we should talk to Clark.
I can't see him. Where did he go?
Down that corridor, I believe. Alright, Clint. Where are you? I would rather like to know what it is he is examining. Let's go. Herschel! Perfect timing. Have a look at this. Is that... It's one of the items the police recovered. But, well, you can see for yourself. Ah, that's a terrible shame. It is indeed. It was an extremely valuable archaeological find that merited closer study. It's anachronistic, you see.
Anachronistic?
It does not belong to its time. Perhaps the technology is far more advanced than one would expect.
Ah, I see.
Does not see at all. Doesn't...
Ah, it's like I understand everything now, Professor.
Doesn't understand a thing. Anyway, the museum intended to restore the artifact as best they could and then put it back on display. But the curator noticed something odd when comparing it to the catalog photos. As I was part of the dig team that unearthed the artifacts, he asked me to have a look. I see. And what is your conclusion? Well, it's very puzzling.
What is it, Dad?
I believe there are some fake pieces mixed in with the real ones.
Huh?
What? But why? I don't know. I've only just finished identifying all the fake pieces. Here, Herschel. You were always good at this kind of thing. Why don't you have a look? Make sure I haven't missed anything. Certainly. Oh no. This looks so much like the puzzle from the end of Aquadyne. I mean, it's not, but it looks a lot like it. The police managed to recover this ancient artifact after it was stolen from the museum. Unfortunately, it has been broken. While examining the pieces to see if the artifact could be repaired, the curator noticed that some fake pieces were mixed in with the real ones. You have a photo of the artifact from the museum's catalog. Use it to identify the real pieces, then place them in the boxes for safekeeping. Okay, so this photo is like a mirror image or something, so we gotta find the ones that don't fit the mirror image. That one works. That one I'm not sure about. There's only like one fake piece, I think. Oh, no, there's a box for all of them, so I don't know. We don't know how many fakes there are. Okay, so this one you can like rotate it if you can rotate it twice and still get that same image. Tree's real. I'm not sure about these two. Why do I even buy the first hint? This is so frustrating. I think... I don't know, maybe it's only those two.
My intuition should serve me well.
Shit, I did not expect that to be right at all.
A satisfying puzzle indeed.
Well, it appears that nearly all the pieces are fake. I know. I didn't want to believe it either. I just hoped you might prove me wrong. There must be an explanation. Perhaps if we take a step back and review the information we have... Practical as ever, Herschel. Yes, let's think this through properly. Just say the word when you're ready. Oh, are we gonna do a deduction? Woo! Upon investigation of the string of robberies that have taken place in the museum, it becomes apparent that some artifacts were replaced with fakes. Who could be the culprit here? The police are at a complete loss despite their best efforts. How did so many of these pieces come to be replaced by fakes? Alright, Clark, let's do some deducing. Incidentally, Herschel, this is... Ah, of course. You've never met in person, have you? My apologies for not introducing myself earlier. I'm Desmond Sycamore. Clark Triton. It is an honor to finally meet you, Professor Sycamore. I must admit these are rather strange circumstances. No matter. As an archaeologist, I am as eager as you are to see this thief and vandal brought to justice. Yes, we'll help however we can. Clark, do you know anything about the other stolen artifacts? Deduction time. As a matter of fact, yes. I have here a complete case report from Scotland Yard. Let's see. All 5 artifacts were found on different dates, but always deeper than anything previously found in the area. The artifacts were all gifted by different donors, and they were all certified genuine at the time they were received. They were all very deep underground, so extremely ancient. Perhaps there was difficulty in assigning their origin? Yes, that is correct. None of the artifacts belonged to any civilization known to have inhabited the area in which they were found. Professor, do you think... Yes, it appears highly likely that all of these artifacts are of Azran origin, and I have a fairly good idea who might be responsible for their theft. What do you think, Professor? Who stole the Azran artifacts? Targent, Sycamore, or Descole? Vote now on your phones. I want to see what happens if I say Descole. No. What happens if I say Sycamore? Professor Sycamore, Surely it wasn't you. This isn't a joke, Professor. Do you really think I would steal and vandalize such precious artifacts? I suppose I nipped over from Lake Cod to carry out the last theft. Be serious, please. Descalay! Could it have been Descalay? Descalay? He was your rival in several recent cases, was he not? That's one possibility. I think there's a far more obvious culprit, don't you? Targent. It must have been Targent. I agree, and they are certainly capable of such thefts. Targent. An unscrupulous and powerful secret organization. Their interest in the Azran leans towards the obsessive. They'd certainly have no qualms about robbing the museum, then. Still, that doesn't explain how they did it. After the first incident, the police tightened the security on this place tenfold. All information about the museum was on a need-to-know basis, and they took particular care with the guard routes and timetables. I really can't imagine how a thief could have sneaked in and out unnoticed on 5 separate occasions. I think I have an inkling of how this was accomplished, Professor. God, they're getting like so many giggles out of that. Just like, what do you think, Professor? Oh no, you first, Professor. Like just calling each other Professor all over the place. I think I may have come to the same sorry conclusion. The multiple thefts prove it. Prove what? Please, explain. Very well. How did the culprit sneak past the guards? They knew the shift schedule, they worked for Scotland Yard, or they robbed Scotland Yard? I think the calls are coming from inside the yard. The culprit must be inside Scotland Yard. I don't see any other possibility. If only the police know about the guard rotation, the culprit must be one of them. Yes, that was my conclusion as well. Goodness. If that's the case, well, all bets are off. Something else bothers me, though. That broken artifact. Where did the fake pieces come from? And could it be could it be that all the recovered artifacts are fake? Dr. Triton, how difficult would it be to create copies that would fool the experts here at the museum? Very difficult. It's not just a question of time and money. You'd need archaeological expertise, gifted craftsmen, all things that Targent have at hand, I'm afraid. What they didn't have was a way to return the fake artifacts to the museum without arousing suspicion. Unless... How could Targent plant the fakes? They were always fake. There are no fakes. They used the investigation. I think they were always fake. Oh, never mind. If the stolen artifacts were fake all along, that would also explain why the recovered ones also turned out to be fake. I see your logic, but it's not possible. The artifacts were all verified as genuine when they were first gifted to the museum. In any case, I'm positive that the artifact I showed you was different from before. I dug it up myself, after all. There must be some other explanation. Let's think again. Honestly, this is just hell on my voice, trying to voice 3 different men of the same age all at once. Like, 3 men of the same age and roughly the same kind of, like societal background. Like, they're all just gonna sound the same. How about they use the investigation? Of course! The police outside don't seem to know much about the recovery of the artifacts. What if the police investigation was a sham? Make a show of conducting an investigation while the fakes are being made, then simply recover the artifacts once they're ready. That might actually work, if the culprit was indeed part of the police as you suggested. I think I am beginning to see the scope of it. No simple constable would have the power to accomplish this, though. No. The perpetrator must hold a position of influence. I believe Targent has a mole within the upper ranks of the police. Gee, who do we know? That's sus as hell, and also is in the upper ranks of the police. Surely not. To think they could have infiltrated our institutions to that extent. Targent's power must be great indeed. You alright there, Dr. Triton? Have you discovered anything amiss? No, no. All is well, Constable. Thank you. I would like to continue examining these artifacts, though, if you don't mind. Please, Doctor. They're all yours, so to speak. I'm still searching the museum for clues. Give us a shout if you need anything. Yes, thank you. That was very prudent of you. Well, if there really is a mole within the police, we can't risk them finding out what we know, can we? No, indeed. There's no reason to doubt these men here, but we do not know who they might report to. I think our best course of action is to go directly to Scotland Yard. Yes. We must identify the mole as soon as possible without alerting them first. Let's take the bus straight there. And I think once we confront the perpetrator here and finish chapter 3, I'm gonna stop before we go anywhere else. Because it is starting to thunderstorm right outside my window. It is quite loud, and that makes me a little bit antsy about leaving my computer on for a long period of time. Given my, Texas's recent power grid issues. Good day, sirs. I'm afraid the station is on high alert at the moment, and we can only address urgent matters. I'll have to assess the importance of your visit based on the number of puzzles you've solved so far. What's this, then? Is that all you've solved? I'm afraid I cannot let you in on those credentials, sir. You need to have solved at least 25 puzzles. Ooh, I am slacking. I'm only one short. I'm not slacking that bad. Alright, one of you talk to me and give me a puzzle. Hidden puzzle, anyone? Okay, let's go back to Kensington and see if Brenda or Hannah wants to give us a puzzle. Hey, puzzle? Thank you, Hannah. Oh, whoa. I let Krosky slip from my mind for just a minute, and now I've lost him. He's a fast runner, but I've always managed to keep up so far. What a fool I have been, letting a puzzle distract me from my love. And to top it off, I haven't even managed to solve the bewildering little thing. The future awaits. After visiting the florist on the first floor of the hotel, this man can be found by the lift, sporting a massive bunch of roses and an agitated expression. He is planning to propose to his girlfriend, who is waiting for him on the 25th floor. To calm his nerves, he starts to think about the lift he's about to take. If the lift takes 15 seconds to go from the first floor to the 5th, how many seconds will it take for him to reach the 25th floor? Okay, so from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's only traveling 4 floors. So he's traveling 24 floors? Okay, no. Okay, so 4 floors, 15 seconds. So 24 is going to be that times 6. 15 times 6 is 80? No. No. 90. Right? Yeah, that's 90.
Okay, Emmy, time to shine.
Yes! Got a math puzzle right in the first try. Fucking unheard of. Oh, it's so simple! Well, thank you.
Now I can get back to work collecting material for the new edition of Clamp Uncovered. Yeah, I'm sure you want to see him uncovered, Hannah. It's going to be an exciting edition. Did you hear about Grosky's run-in with that gang of thugs? He sent them packing, of course. It is troubling, though. I wonder if Grosky needs a little extra help. In the form of a wife, perhaps. Alright, Scotland Yard, let me back. Yeah, Clamp, that's his name. I didn't even know Clamp was like a name. Alright, let me in. I've solved 25 puzzles. She draws Grosky laying an egg. Alright, help me, Grosky. Ah, Inspector Grosky. How fortuitous it is to find you here. Ah, Layton. Hoping to introduce someone to the strong arm of the law, are you? Actually, there's a matter I'd like to discuss with you. I was wondering if you knew who was in charge of investigating the thefts at the museum. I think Bloom supervised those himself. Oh, he'll be able to help us then. Luke, that means he's the bad guy. I presume Detective Bloom was also the one who returned the recovered artifacts to the museum. Naturally. He's a real archaeology buff, so he took a personal interest in the case. He was really chuffed to get the things back. He knew what they were right away. Didn't even need to get any tests done. So he likes archaeology as well as solving crimes? Sounds like you, Professor.
Pardon me, Inspector. I have one last question. Ask away. Who else had access to the artifacts between the time they were found and the time they were returned to the museum? Ah, you think Bloom would trust these clumsy oafs with such fragile with such fragile objects? Nobody else got near him. Now, Layton, spit it out. Do you know something about the museum thefts? I do, Inspector, and I have to thank you. You've just helped us identify the perpetrator. Sorry, that didn't sound right coming out for some reason. What?
What? Really, Professor?
Think about it, Luke. Remember back near the end of Miracle Mask when there was that shady cutscene of him talking to Bronev in that hotel room? Remember all we have learned today. Inspector Grosky, would you please accompany us to Detective Bloom's office? Of course, Layton. I'm afraid you've lost me, but I suppose you and Bloom will clear it all up. No, I'm asking you to arrest your boss, dude. Alright, Leonard. The jig is up. Professor Layton. Hello again. How may I help? Detective Bloom. Are you familiar with an organization named Targent? I know of it. Go on, please. I have reason to believe that Targent are the ones responsible for the recent thefts at the museum. Oh, very impressive, Layton. If you have deduced that much, I suppose there's no reason to be coy. As a matter of fact, I also suspect Targent in this case. But as yet, I've had no success in finding where their agent fled to. They're slippery a lot. So you have not considered looking for the criminal inside Scotland Yard? What? One of our own? That's absurd, Professor. I'm sorry. I expected a lead, not ludicrous conjecture. If you'll excuse me, I must return to work. Yeah, I bet you found no success, you bitch.
This is no mere conjecture, Detective. I am confident that I've positively identified the criminal in question.
Well, in that case, I'm all ears. Please, elaborate.
The thief stole the artifacts and replaced them with fakes. He manipulated police information and disrupted the investigation. It must therefore have been someone in a position of power within the police who has been working undercover for Targent for some time.
Get his ass!
And that person is you.
That person is you! What's this, Layton? Have you lost your mind? Inspector, I assure you, I wouldn't make such an accusation without solid proof. This should be interesting. Please go on, Professor. Very well. Detective Bloom, I understand that you were in charge of the museum theft case. That is correct. To increase museum security, you restricted information concerning guard shift patterns to just a few police officers, one of whom was yourself, of course. Yes, obviously. I was the one who gave out all the guard instructions. Evidently, my measures were not enough, and the thief was able to steal more items. Poor judgment on my part, I'll admit. Yes, there were in fact several thefts in all, yet you managed to recover every single one of the stolen artifacts. That is quite remarkable, I must say. One might even say improbable. Naturally, I was shamed by my failure to protect the items. After that, I poured every available resource into finding them. I see. And may I ask what you did with the artifacts after they were found, before you returned them to the museum? I kept them here where they would be safe. What of it? In that case, I can only come to one conclusion, that you are the thief. Nobody else would have been able to replace the real artifacts with fake ones. And that is your proof that I am the criminal? Phew. I was worried there for a moment. That reasoning will never hold up to any kind of examination. Just because I was the one in charge of guarding those objects doesn't mean that they were in my sight the whole time. In fact, there would have been plenty of opportunities for other officers to make the switch. Thank you, Detective Bloom. I'm sorry. What you just said confirms everything. Tell me, how did you know that the artifacts have been replaced with fakes? But isn't that what you just... The fact that some of the recovered items were fake was only established an hour ago by myself and a few others. Emmy, Luke, you can bear witness. What did the constable in the museum tell us about the stolen artifacts?
He just said that the detective on the case got all the objects back, and how great the officers at Scotland Yard are. Yeah, he certainly didn't say he certainly didn't say anything about them being fake.
Exactly. We are the only people to know about the fake artifacts. So please explain. When did you find out about it, Detective Bloom? What are you talking about, Layton? You said it yourself just now. You accused me on the basis that I only had the chance to replace... You accused me on the basis that only I had the chance to replace the artifacts with fake ones. Ah, yes. You're quite right. You're quite white. No. You're quite right. However, it is your reaction to that which is puzzling. You were the detective in charge of this case. This was a crucial piece of new information. Shouldn't you have been surprised, horrified even, to hear that the precious artifacts you had recovered were fake? Ugh. But you were not surprised, because you knew perfectly well that the artifacts were fake. Because you orchestrated the swap in the first place. Do you deny it? It seems I underestimated you, Layton. Then you admit it? You're Sergeant Mole. I think I'd better say no more. I see. Leonard Bloom. I am arresting you on suspicion of theft, forgery, and corruption.
Phew. That's one fewer Targent agent out there. You did it, Professor.
Damn, so he just, went with them that easily? Sounds like kind of a pussy for Targent. A corrupt police officer must have been claiming to recover the stolen artifacts while actually replacing them with fakes, and making away with the real ones. The only officer in a position to pull off such a crime was D.I. Leonard Bloom himself. Detective Bloom executed his operation flawlessly, but a tiny lapse in concentration allowed me to prove his guilt. Bloom? That upstart. He was our mole? Yes, Chief. He all but admitted it. I knew there was something off about him. Well, good work, Grosky. I'll take it from here. Yes, Chief! Thank you, Chief! I suppose that man is Inspector Grosky's superior.
Wow. I've never seen Grosky stand to attention like that.
I mean, you have the mind of a 12-year-old. I'm glad to see that Scotland Yard is not wholly corrupted. Yes. As long as their like are here, the safety of London is assured. Okay, Professor Bootlicker.
Well then, case closed, gentlemen.
One case closed, perhaps. Emmy, do you recall what the main goal of our current investigation is?
Oh, right. We were about to set off around the world looking for the 5 Azran eggs, weren't we?
Yes, and we haven't even started that part yet. Quite. Let's not dilly-dally any longer. It is time to follow the trail the Azran have left for us.
Right. Back to the aerodrome, then.
Bloom is out. His cover's been blown. Is this Layton's work? Yes. Shall I deal with him, sir? No. No. Do not interfere. Now they have Bloom, they'll think they've won. They will let their guard down. Nothing will stand in the way of our plans. In any case, I still need them. There is still so much they can do for us. Yes, sir. Then I will assign the assassins to other tasks for now.
I still can't believe we're going around the world. It's so exciting.
It'll be a very lengthy and tiring journey, not to mention dangerous and poorly paced when you compare it to the rest of the game. I do wonder if it's advisable to take you with us.
Don't even think about it, Professor. I'm going with you whether you like it or not.
Is that the way it is? Very well then. The Bostonius awaits.
Wait, Herschel.
Is that...
It's his parents!
Oh my god, does he get to tell him, like, hey, BT Dubs Randall is alive?
Herschel, I'm so glad we caught you.
Ma? Pa? What are you doing here? We heard you were setting off on a great trip around the world, and you never breathed a word of it.
Yes, we rushed over here right away. We were lucky with the buses, thank goodness. Honestly, though, you could have given us a ring before you left.
Come on, Ma. You know I travel for work from time to time.
You wait till you have children, Herschel Layton. You'd never stop worrying about them, not even when they're all grown up. I know you. A quiet, respectable academic with a tendency to do wild and extraordinary things when the fancy takes him.
Just like someone else I know when she was younger. Didn't you once set off on a trip to John O'Groats with nothing but a fishing rod and a penknife, Ma?
That was 40 years ago, Herschel. It was a different world. Now, I've brought you some of my cherry fruitcake for your trip.
Thank you, Ma. That's very thoughtful of you. Well then, I should get going. Thank you for coming all the way out here to see me off. It was nothing, son. Anyway, enjoy your trip, and do give your old parents some news while you're away.
Yes, send us a postcard now and again.
I promise, and I'll come by to see you when I get back. Alright. Goodbye, Mom and Pop Layton. Ah, Professor. Have you said your goodbyes? Yes, but I'm somewhat puzzled. How on earth did they find out about this journey? Well, there's no greater mystery there. It was I who contacted your parents. I'm sorry that I did it behind your back. Do you mean to say that you know my parents? Indeed. I owe a great debt to them from a time long before I became an archaeologist. Hang on a minute. I owe a great debt to them from a time long before I became an archaeologist. As such, I have followed your career with some interest. That is why I knew to write to you when I needed a reliable partner. Ah, that's a pretty, like, major thing to just drop like, so casually like that, Desmond. Huh, I see. Well, thank you. No. Thank you, Professor. I hope you don't feel as though I am dragging you all into this without any say. Not at all. We have come this far, and we intend to see it through to the end. I'm glad to hear it. There's something I would like to show you. Here, look at this illustration. Is that an Azran egg? It is. This is how they are depicted in Donald Rutledge's Ancient Histories. Rutledge supposed the eggs to be decorative, pretty ornaments. He never believed them to have any special power or meaning. I see. Then the Azran hid their true purpose well. A wise move. Though enshrined in the most hidden places, the Azran knew that the eggs would one day be found. And they were. Or at least one was. Which means the others may also have been uncovered and passed from hand to hand. Exactly. Which means locating them now won't be a simple endeavor. I hardly expect to stumble across them by chance. I understand, Professor, but that is rather par for the course in our field, wouldn't you say? Yes, archaeology is not for the impatient. Well then, let's get going. Very well, sir. Now, if you would all be seated, we'll be taking off shortly. Suscamore? Okay, I think this is where I'm gonna stop for now. On Chapter 4, The Hunt for the Eggs. Next time I boot up on Wednesday, I'll let you guys decide which area we hit first, because there'll be a short little, like, description of every place we have the option to go to. And I'll let you guys decide which one sounds coolest. So... until then... bid you good night. Thank y'all for coming, and hope you enjoyed the little jaunt into London before the real story gets going. Alright, have a good night, everyone.